Hey guys, Nick Kellar.
Greg Brock.
We're with Atlas Premier Realty. You should know that by now, but we appreciate you joining us. Doing another video vlog. We are sitting here going into June. Hard to believe. Probably the quickest, fastest last 15 months or so that I can remember.
Yep.
Hard to believe where we were this time last year. But a lot's changed with our real estate industry. I don't think that's a secret. But wanted to come to you with a little bit of a market update mid-year here and let you know kind of how the year is performing, how it compared to last year, and what we're thinking moving forward. So I'll start with saying this. I think normally we compare year over year. I think it's really unfair to compare this year with last year because of where we were the first 6 months of the year, and there's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of fear.
Especially March, April, May.
Yeah, which covers a big portion of obviously the first half of the year. So what I'm going to do is compare what's going on the first 5 months of this year with the first 5 months of 2019, because that was our last normal year. So we'll start with inventory. That's been what's really kind of fed the market that we're in, created this deep seller crater that we're in, this gridlocked market, the competitive conditions, the pressure on prices, all that stuff. So a big piece of what we do is, or we look at, is inventory. So new listings coming on the market. And year to date through the end of May, we have actually seen 13% less homes come on the market than through this time in 2019. So 13% less, and that just backs up what we all knew.
So as Nick talks about some statistics, I'll tell you a little bit about how we're seeing that affect us actually in the field. It's obviously creating a crazy buyer frenzy, but also we're starting to feel a little bit of relief. I'm starting to see more listings come on the market, and I think that's partly because things are loosening up.
Totally. And I think people also want to take advantage if they can secure a place to buy. I think people really want to try to take advantage of getting out, cashing out.
Right.
So the next part of that is then demand. So these are new sales. So again, through the end of May this year, we've seen 6% more sales than we did through this time in 2019. Now 6% from 2 years ago doesn't seem like a lot, but when you piggyback that with the fact that we've seen almost 14% less new listings, that's a 20% swing in the supply and demand. That becomes a much bigger of an issue and what's feeding into what we're seeing right now. So that's kind of putting some numbers behind what we've already seen.
And again, this buyer frenzy, and I think that it's probably not going to slow down much because of how affordable homes are right now as far as interest rates go.
Yeah, totally. And then year over year, normally we see appreciation, a percentage point or two above inflation. So roughly 3 to 4% is considered healthy appreciation year over year. And that's been consistent in the Baltimore metro area since 2011. Last year, it spiked to almost 10%. So it was 10% appreciation over 2019 last year. This year, it's skyrocketed over top of that. The average sale price of the Baltimore metro area is $342, which is the highest it's been. And just fun fact is that over the last 10 years, we've appreciated in our area about 40%. So if you've owned a home during that time, you've seen your price go up pretty substantially.
And I think the way that translates right now is, again, with everything loosening up and the word spreading that values are at an all-time high, people are raising their hand to put their house on the market.
Yep. No sign of seeing this slow down. I know people have asked that. If you're thinking of getting into the market and now is not necessarily the right time, we are seeing a little bit of relief, but nothing that leads us to believe that this is going to change anytime soon. Real estate historically has been a Titanic. It changes direction slowly, quarter over quarter. It takes quarters over quarters in order for new trends to develop. We're just not going to see that change for this year. Usually April, May is our two heaviest inventory months, and those are over. Yeah. So it's not like more is going to come on the market. So if you're thinking of getting into it, it's very opportunistic. We don't think you're going to miss out on anything. Interest rates are the key though, so keep an eye on those. So if you have any questions on how this might affect you or anyone you know that is thinking of getting into the market, please feel free to share this. Please have them reach out to us. Please reach out to us. We're happy to answer any questions. Always appreciate the support. See you next time.
Thanks a lot.